Come on, I clicked here. Good morning, everybody. Glad to see you. Welcome to the August 2023 Ask Your Guides Live. Sorry to be a little bit late. We were playing around with the settings on Zoom, trying to get it all set for everyone. And it's giving me some glitches. So we're just going to go with it and do the best that we can. You'll see I've got Maui on our minds. I don't know if I'm pointing it, there it is. I just wanted to bring the thoughts and our love and light to Maui today, because we're all aware of the horrible devastation that happened there on Lahaina. And I mentioned to you in my newsletter, Lahaina is kind of a special place for my husband, David, and I, because we went there for our 60th or my 60th birthday and our 30th wedding anniversary. And I went to the Hay House Writers Conference there. It was kind of the beginning of my writing career. So lots of special memories, beautiful place. And, you know, we're just devastated along with the people of Lahaina. But know that not all of Maui was devastated. So they will come back. And what I'm getting from the angels is what looks like a devastation in the moment actually will turn out to be good, because when Gaia destroys an area like that, it's a cleansing process so that it can have rebirth. So there will be a rebirth for Lahaina. It will be different. They will have lost some of the historical things like that magnificent banyan tree that was there in the park, but it'll be new, be different, and they'll still have their memories. And those who did perish in the devastation, we know that they would not have done that had their souls not been ready to go. So it's just one more of those climate disasters that are being used to facilitate souls exiting Earth right now. And sadly, there's more of that to come. We are not done yet. There's much more to come. I also wanted to tell you, before we get started with questions, I'll be with you in a moment, that if you recall in the August forecast from Metatron, he talked about more things that are coming. And when I was on the call with John Irving of Aquarian Diary, at the end of part 2, he asked me, can I give a sneak peek about what's coming in August? And just, spontaneously, I got this vision of what looked like bombshells going off in the air, but then they kind of morphed into fireworks, which was really perplexing. I couldn't understand what that meant. And this morning I got what it meant. It's the indictments. Because for some people, they are a bombshell, but for other people, they might be kind of like a celebratory thing. So that's why there was that conflicts between the two that didn't make any sense at the time. And then when I saw the vision, I wasn't counting because I wasn't thinking about that. I was just trying to figure out what the meaning of the visual was. But in my mind's eye, as I see it, there were 4 or 5. So maybe there's another indictment to come. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I'm also going to share with you the link to John's video. So I'll put that in the comments of this video so you guys can find it later if you want, because you might want to review that and just hear, what the spontaneous reading about the August forecast was in the moment. Okay, so now we are going to, let's do a quick little opening prayer, and then we'll start with the people on the Zoom side. So take a couple of deep breaths. And as we come together today for our August gathering, we ask all of our angels, guides, masters, teachers, enlightened beings to come together with us to join in this circle of love, light, and positive intention for the world, because we light workers are lifting up our intentions with all the others, that Earth might be transformed, that the people might be transformed sooner. Let's lift the level of love, light, and intention so that we can accelerate our progress to Earthtopia, because we are darn tired of all this stuff going on. We are ready to turn the page and step into our new reality. And we call all the light workers of the world to come and stand together with us, that we might have this transformation sooner. Thank you to all of you for being here. Your energy makes this possible. I'm grateful, and all of your teams are grateful as well. So thank you to all the teams. We look forward to the excitement of today. Bring it on, baby. We are ready. Thank you. Okay, so first up on the Zoom side, I have Adventurer. So go ahead and unmute Adventurer, and let's get to your question.
Yes, I just had contact in my head finally, and I usually have the claircognizance. It just comes in, and anyway, she had a British accent. She talked to me and told me that a problem would be resolved. And I know what problem she's talking about. And then she said to be happy with my powers, which I call them gifts. And I'm trying to make contact with her again, and I haven't been successful yet.
That's awesome. Congratulations. And the thing that you know about that's coming, that's for you?
Yes.
Awesome. So what is the question you want to ask?
How long is it going to take to get completely open, crown opening?
Okay, so for Adventurer, can you give us a timeline for when the crown will be totally open? No, it's variable. It's not a fixed time. It's part of your ascension process, and that will unfold in perfect timing as it should. So it's not like they can say on this day it's going to be totally open. Just know and be satisfied with knowing that every day you're getting closer.
Okay, thank you.
You just keep moving forward with love and intention and allow that to unfold in its own divine timing.
All right.
It could be faster, it could be slower. Make sense?
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see if I can undo this now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, next up is Aurora. So
hello.
There you are. Let me bring you forward. Hi, Aurora. What is your question?
My question is, I'm being targeted with a lot of violence and wanted to know how this is going to end. Where is the end of this? And is there going to be justice?
Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, all right. So for Aurora, is this violence going to end? Yes, it is. Okay. Will there be justice? Is it highly likely that she will get the justice she's seeking? It's not going to be what you're wanting it to be, but there will be some form of justice. And just know, for your own soul's sake, you want to pull back from revenge. You want to leave that in the hands of karma in the universe. Forgiveness for yourself, forgiveness for the situation as much as you can. I know that's hard, but when you pull back from that negative energy, that makes more space for things to work out in a positive way. Does that make sense?
So do I need to pull back from the investigation?
No, allow the investigation to go forward. It's your emotions, because it's your feelings. It's like, no, I don't want to go there. Trying to come up with a nice way to say this that will be helpful for you. It's not easy. If you put energy into negative feelings, wishing them harm, to make it equal, that backfires on you. So you don't want to be in that energy. Try as much as possible just to feel nothing about it, to turn it over to the universe, trusting that karma will work it out. You might not get to see it, but karma will work it out. So that will come. You don't have to worry about that. Now it's about taking care of you. So as you shift into that more positive energy, taking care of you, that will help you to end the cycle of violence. You don't want to be engaged in that energy. You want to transcend it. So can you give us any kind of a timeline when this violent period will end for Aurora? Will it be in 2023? I get a yes on that. So by the end of the year, Are you saying the fourth quarter? So fourth quarter. So October, November. Yeah. It's looking like it's going to really follow out the year, really at the end of the year. But
So,
respite's ahead.
so there's going to be another attack on me.
Oh, I don't think they're meaning that. Are you saying there's going to be another attack? No. Just the energies that are processing, coming together, the justice, the whole package is winding down. So is there a potential for another attack on Aurora between now and then? Yes, there is. So you need to put your safeguards in place. Don't let your guard down yet. You definitely be calling your angels in. Get the burly ones to come and stand with you so that you can relax and be in the energy of faith and trust that they are protecting you. When you can do that, you are less of a target. You are not putting out that victim energy. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, just ask for the big burly protector angels to come, and whatever comes, no matter how silly it looks, be in gratitude for it. See them, allow them to be there, and keep bringing them in as often as you need to. If you get into a place where you're nervous or afraid and you lose the feeling that they're there, stop, take some deep breaths, call them in again. You can do that as often as you need to feel safe. Does that help?
Yes.
They will be there when you call. You are welcome. Be well.
Thank you.
Okay, so Danielle, you're next. You can go ahead and unmute. I just have to find your picture. There you are.
Oh, dang, that was quick. Hi.
Hi. Oh, there you are. I just
Yeah.
had to find you. You went away for a minute. There we
Yeah.
go. Hey.
Hi. So I just wanted to give you an update on, so the last month, we talked about how I had that, contract with that child, and that soul was like sitting on my lower back.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I, had a little conversation really quick. I mean, it was super fast, and I tell you, it released itself. And it like literally, it was like I was driving in the car and I was just like, hey, like, look, like and I just had this little conversation, and like instantly it literally felt like I had this knot just go like this. And I've had no issues with my lower back. So it just, it just shows you that like it's not difficult to have these conversations, and to have, these things, this like energies be released. It's, it didn't take like a seance, and I didn't have to like light candles and, put my white clothes on and, make a big deal out of it. So I just want to thank you so much for making me aware of it, because it has like hugely impacted my life now that I'm not carrying that anymore.
That is so wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. So I just thought I would share that.
That's wonderful. Do you have a question today?
I don't think so. Okay, so maybe I made a big purchase and I want to make sure I didn't screw myself over.
Okay. Hang on, I just want to switch the background because it doesn't make sense to leave the Maui up there the whole time, because it could be out of context in the future. So just want to switch that quickly. There we go. Okay. So you made a big purchase, and is it an optimal choice for Danielle, this big purchase? Is this a good thing in the long run? Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling like a big breath out. Just let the stress go. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah. It honestly, another thing, just as another reassurance for all of our community, is like a while ago I asked you about if I should sell my car or not, and you were like, yes, like that was coming through, and I decided to keep it and take on whatever that meant. And it just turned into a year of like stress and And yeah, and I finally just decided to let that go and make a big purchase and get something new. And it felt really good when it happened. I was kind of like this morning, like, oh my God, what did I do? But yeah, I agree with you. And thank you for the reassurance that this was, I'm going in the right direction with it.
Yeah. And those are really important realizations and shares. Somebody needs to mute in the background there, because sometimes we don't listen to our intuition. And then when that happens and it comes around, it's a big reminder. Oh, I did feel that. I wish I had listened. And so next time you will.
Yeah.
Which is perfect.
Well, I was like, I'm going to listen to Deborah like every single time. But then I was like, it's not really her, right? It's not really her telling me this. It's my guides that are using her as a conduit to help me, because maybe I'm not listening or I'm not hearing, right? And so I was like, yeah, 100%. Like I am listening from now on, because it's just been a year of just, yeah, overwhelm, and yeah, and that just affects your life so much on such a simple thing, right? Like a vehicle. But so yeah, so I just wanted to say thank you once again for all that you do.
But don't be too hard on yourself, because the thing is, I'm sharing with you my interpretation of what your guides say. I could be wrong. So it's always incumbent upon you to be the sovereign soul, to evaluate and decide if it's true for you.
Right.
Always.
Right. Well, and that's why I made that choice to keep it, because I wasn't ready to let it go, right? And I was like, I'm just going to take it on, like I'm just going to keep this thing forever. And it just kept showing me that like this isn't meant for you, right? And so but honestly, I didn't really like sit back and be like, should I really, or like, should I not? It was just kind of like, nope, I want it, nope, I want it. And really, probably in my heart, I knew I probably should have let it go. I just like wasn't ready, But so anyway, little reassurances help. And
it's a lesson learned.
Yes.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, it's been a huge lesson, like something I even want to almost share with other people, because it's just, but it feels so good that it's like lifted off. Yeah, it's like a big weight. So
yeah, and
thank you
do
again.
Share that kind of thing with other people, because we need to bring more into the fold here. We need more light workers to help us. So
yeah,
the more they understand that they have these abilities, that these options are available to them, they'll get on board with us, and we'll all get there sooner.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, let's see. Gary, come on up. Now you just got to unmute.
Hello, Deborah. How are you?
I'm terrific. How are you?
All right. Good to see you.
Likewise.
Nothing. My question isn't anything very specific, just that my continuing journey in trying to connect with my guides is difficult. So I thought maybe there'd be some messages that you can get for me from my guides, which maybe I'm not receiving.
Okay. So just in general, or something
in
specific?
general, I'm just I'm trying to find basically the path to a higher place, my better self, enlightenment, spirituality, and so forth. And I'm just working with it, but I'm not really getting from the other end any real direction or guidance.
Well, that's not true, Gary. You actually are. You're just not hearing it.
That's what I mean.
And that's
Maybe you can hear it working.
That's true for everybody. So that's why you come here, because I can be the interpreter for you until you get to the place where you can trust what you're getting.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So what would you like to share with Gary today? He's feeling nervous. He's not hearing you. What do you want to get through to him? Just relax and go with the flow, baby. You're stressing too much. It's like, you're bearing down, you're pushing, you're pressing, you're trying to get it to come through, and that's blocking it. What brings it through is relaxing, breathing, just tuning into your body. Do you feel anything? Do you notice anything? Is there some thought that keeps showing up in your mind that you're not consciously thinking? It just keeps popping in, or something you keep seeing over and over. Those are the signs they send you to let you know they're available until you can actually have a deeper conversation. So what else would you like to share with Gary? Yeah, Tarara Boom DA, we're going to have a party. It's like relax and join the party, even if you can't see it or hear it. Visualize it in your head. So you go into your meditation. I hope you're sitting up, not lying down, so you don't fall asleep. There you are. Daydream it. Imagine what the party would look like if you were in your records having a celebration with your team. And you can bring your son and your brother in there too. Just imagine it. Don't worry about whether it's a message. That's how you prime the pump. There's a lot of imagination that goes with this. That's how they tap in and work with you. So if you're saying, oh, I just made that up, you're blocking it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. I'm trying to be relaxed and not forcing anything, just trying to relax and let it flow more and more, and not but
so pretend you're the script writer and you're writing this scene in your head. You go and enjoy that party. Do that maybe once a week. See what that does to your spiritual journey. Because that priming of the pump may be all you need to open up a crack where they can get in with a message that you hear or see.
Yeah, that's all I want. Or one, two, or three.
While you're in that visual that you created, if it starts to shift and you didn't consciously shift it, let it go, because that is them taking the reins, telling you the story.
Yes.
So try that and see how that works for you.
I will do that. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, Rachel, come on up. Where did you go? You were just there. Oh my gosh.
I'm here.
Yeah, I got to find you in this little thing at the top, though. That's the tricky thing. There we go. Hi, what's your question?
Well, I would like to know if, or ask, I'm playing around in my mind with speaking topics. You know that you've seen my YouTube channel. And I just want to ask, with regards to speaking, is maybe another TEDx talk my way forward that I should proceed? Would that be an optimal choice?
So for Rachel, would it be an optimal choice to bring in more attention to her work to do a TEDx talk? Sure, absolutely. More eyes on you. And that takes a while to get accepted and actually get the talk and then be published, right? So
I've
that's
already done two, so I'm just curious if my path forward should be a third one and really go for it, because it's a lot of work. But I'm just
but I get a positive on that if you choose to do it. You don't have to use that route, but that is one that you can do. That's a long-term kind of a thing. That's what I was referring to. But sure. And because you're making videos on that topic right now, it just reinforces it.
Yeah, that's where my thought process was going. Yeah. Is there anything you can say about, my in business? Like I'm kind of stepping away from a little bit from what I was doing and just really focusing more on the speaking, the topics, the coaching, speaking coaching, like all of that. And I really, really enjoy it, but I just want to, I don't know how you can ask it, but
well, you
that's
enjoy
my
it.
path.
So that's a big clue that that's a good path for you. Always lean into the things that feel good, that bring you joy. We'll ask.
Yeah.
So for Rachel, this new shift in her business towards more speaking and coaching speaking, is that the optimal choice for her for success in the future? Yeah. Acknowledge, go with your feelings. They're telling you something. That is your compass, your radar. Listen to that. And of course, don't forget the joy.
Yeah. Is there any just an optimal, like, is the TEDx talk like going to happen this year? Like, is it like on the near future path?
So doing the TEDx talk, is it highly likely that she could do that in 2023. Oh, no, right away I get a no. It's going to take longer than that
Okay.
to get into the schedule and do the whole thing. Is it possible it could happen sooner? It is possible. You might, what they're saying is somebody could have a cancellation, and because you're already experienced in a known quantity, you might be able to fill in. So don't hesitate to mention to them,
Yeah.
hey, I am experienced, and if you have a cancellation, I'm happy to step in. I'm ready.
Can I just mention 3 countries that I'm
Sure.
thinking about? Belgium, Netherlands, and Portugal.
Okay, so optimal choice to apply. Netherlands? No. Belgium? Belgium is yes. And what was the other one?
Portugal.
Portugal. What about
Portugal.
Portugal's a maybe. Belgium is a definite yes.
Okay.
And you
Interesting.
don't like Belgium, do you?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds a bit natural to me. Maybe to, yeah, that's yeah, I don't know. No, I mean, yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah.
I was just remembering you said something about not being crazy about the weather in Belgium and
Yeah,
not really
this is different. It just, TEDx talk I could do anywhere in the
okay.
world.
So Belgium
yeah,
is
yeah.
okay to speak. Okay,
For
gotcha.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't rule out Portugal because it's a maybe. You could
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
apply to both.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Anything else? And then that's it.
Yeah. Anything else for Rachel? They're saying that's enough on your plate for right now. Go do that. Yeah. And just relax into it. Let it flow.
Oh, about my teeth, just really quick, like, do you see any issues coming up in the near future
With your
my
teeth?
teeth? Because are they going to be okay now?
So
I've had
for
so much
Rachel, it's
problems.
highly likely her teeth are going to be okay now. Yeah. Yeah. You're on the healing path.
Okay. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. You're amazing,
All right.
Deborah. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
This is a pain. It keeps disappearing just about the time I'm about to click the button. All right. Astro Decoder, you're up. Hi. Not yet.
Hi,
Hi.
so good to see you.
Likewise. What is your question?
I just probably, well, 2. So one is finding an ideal place to live. Like, I'm been pondering on moving, changing states, but not real clear on the ideal place to move to. Okay.
Do you have some places in mind that we can ask about?
Yeah, I was thinking like right next door I'm currently in New York City. And I was thinking of like Delaware, possibly somewhere in Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania.
Ask about those first. So for Astro Decoder, an optimal place to move, would it be Delaware? Delaware's a big yes. What about Pennsylvania? Not so much. Is there someplace else you want to ask about?
That's what's prominent right now.
Delaware.
So that's pretty cool. And just whatever is helpful to me for my highest good, anything.
So anything else you want to share with Astro Decoder? Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more.
Oh God.
That means it's time to get out of New York.
That's so funny because my house has kind of been in chaos for a while. Because at one point I was looking at leaving the country. And then life happened and it was like a freeze, right? So I literally have like traffic congestion of boxes and stuff in my living room, my office space, etc., that needs to move out, So I think that that's like a top priority
Yeah.
You gotta make room for the blessing, right?
I think that was pretty definitive. You need to get the heck out of there. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye. Okay, coming up. Where did the button go? Huh. That's so weird. Okay, I think that's the problem. So Julie, I was trying to bring you forward, but it wouldn't let me. I think it's because your video was off. So let's see if that changes it now. Yeah, now I can add you. Awesome. Hey, Julie, welcome. Great to meet you.
Hi, Julianne. Yes, thanks. Nice to meet you too. Wonderful. So I'm currently in the midst of a job transition. So wanted to get insights about the job transition, being in the corporate world, and then also having working on the side on my holistic gifts. So wanted to get their perspective on places or jobs to pursue, and then also kind of maybe eventual timing and when that might be coming forth.
Do you have, for instances, about where you're thinking of going, or just a big
In the greater Philadelphia area, in like finance and operations and strategy, looking for a hybrid situation. So I don't have any company names or things like that. I was just curious if you get any feedback on like type of environments or things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So for Julie Ann, what can you tell her about a new job? Is that an optimal choice to find a new corporate job? Yeah, it's in line with your goals. It has a very corporate feel to it, which is really funny because it's like they painted a stripe and it had that feeling, that substance of the corporate world. Very odd.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I was in a more educational environment.
like almost like straitjacket kind of thing, more rigid.
Yeah,
I think
then that's okay. Yeah.
Okay. So like something in finances, would that be an optimal choice? Yeah, that would be good. Okay. And can you give us any clues? The greater Philadelphia area, would that be an optimal choice? Sure.
So that's all where I'm looking.
Oh, in Delaware also?
No, only in the greater Philadelphia area.
Okay. They're showing me this picture of let your fingers do the walking through the yellow pages. It's like, don't limit yourself. Throw a wide net. Use your intuition to feel through the choices. Do you dowse? Dowse.
Okay.
You could even, if you wanted to be really broad, just start with the letters of the alphabet. So the first letter of the name of the company is at A, what have you. And that would help you narrow it down. Or if you have several already in mind, you could do that. But
yeah, no, I haven't.
Cast a wide net is what they're saying. Don't limit yourself.
Perfect. And then do they have a sense on a timeline of when that new position would be secured?
So can you give us some kind of a timeline when she will get this new job, this new optimal job? Would it be in 2023? Yeah. Okay. So would it still be in the third quarter? Could be. So September? No. August? Wow. They're saying you could get something in August if you really wanted to.
It's true. To a certain extent, yeah. I have a very
amazing
network.
Your mind.
Yeah, I have an amazing network of people. And kind of once I put out there what it truly is, I think they'll really help me in a beautiful way. And so that's the one side of me, like loves numbers and I love spreadsheets and like that just is exciting for me, and technology I love. And I'm curious, like the other side of me is intuitive and gifted along those lines. I'm curious in terms of the foresight is the word that I'm getting from you about like that path, which I like the corporate world, I actually do. And then I also like this other side. And this allows me to help people with my intuitive and divinely given gifts and the trainings I've done in them. I'm a Reiki master as well. And I messaged with you yesterday about my skills. And so, so just curious about that line and about like launching a website eventually and like building that up to kind of like a national and international level eventually. If there's any thoughts on that.
So, is it in her soul plan to launch a metaphysical business that would reach the national or international level? Yes, that's why you're feeling it. You're feeling that churning in your solar plexus about there's something you want to do. So is there a way that she can combine her corporate work with that goal of the big company in the metaphysical world? Yeah, because you could be using those skills as you build this company, the structure, because the level you're talking about, you're going to need a lot of those skills. That will put you in a really great, powerful position that a lot of people in that situation don't have. They don't have those skills.
Right.
So that will stand you very well. And so what they're showing me is when you look back at your life and you see the choices that you made, the things that you were drawn to, this was not an accident, that you got that background, that foundation, because you will use that to build forward. So, you know, you're doing that on the side, fulfill that side of yourself. And at some point, those paths will converge.
That's great. Great to hear. And do they have any timing on when I should consider launching the website?
What about the website? What's the optimal timing to put that now? Now is the perfect time.
Good. And one more thing about the name. And so I had a name that I had picked out, but when I spoke with someone else, they talked about that it was, people couldn't spell it. And so the new name would be, I'm considering Live in Joy.
Live in Joy?
Yeah.
Okay. Live in Joy. Is that the optimal name for the new business, the website? It'll do for now, not for the long term, but it's a good starting point. And it's okay if you change it along the way. Lots of people do.
Yeah. Do they like Santosha Philly as a name?
Santosha Philly. Not so much.
Yeah, that's what the other person said. They were like, people can't spell it. I was like, I know. It means bliss in Sanskrit. So that's where it comes from. Wonderful. Well, I think this gives me a really good base. And and then one more thing. Do they think that the job will come through LinkedIn, through like a general post or a friend? Is there any kind of perspective on where the source?
This optimal job, is it highly likely it will come through LinkedIn? No. Through a network friend? Yeah. Through your networking friends.
Okay. Very helpful. Thank you very much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Bye. Melinda, you're up.
Okay.
Hey.
Am I
in?
Okay. Hi, Deborah.
Hi.
Okay, so I have a question. So I was hoping to move from the classroom to maybe a smaller type of way of teaching, like say a targeted teaching for kids like pull out and things like that, just to kind of move myself away from the whole classroom. And I had asked before if now was a good time, and it was. And so unlike myself, I was like, you know what, let's just do it. And so I packed everything up. I got in there to apply for something else. And I just want to know why it didn't go through, even though it was an optimal time, so that I'll know better for next year, because I'm going to try again.
Okay. So why did this opportunity for Melinda not go through this time? Can you give us any clues? It just wasn't ready.
Okay.
The stars didn't align. There were things that were out of place. It would not have been successful. So they were saving you from something that you would have been very unhappy about.
Okay. That makes me feel good, because that's what I intuited. Like, it's not the right time, because if it was the right time, it would have happened.
Yes, it would have just, slid right through with ease.
Okay. All right.
So nothing to feel bad about, because this
Nope.
was the best outcome,
Mhm.
leaving you
Okay.
available for the next opportunity they're lining up.
Mhm. Okay. And I just one more question. And is there anything in metaphysical area of work that I could be, maybe looking into? Like, I don't know. I really don't know, but just because I'm very interested in just this whole world. So just to kind of start getting classes and things like that might
Okay.
transition.
So for Melinda, would it be an optimal choice to take some classes in the metaphysical skills? Sure. If you have an interest and a passion, absolutely. Don't suppress it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay.
And you can do it, in your own time.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you feel led to do, lean into, play with them, try them. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Good to
Thank
see you.
you.
You're
You
welcome.
too.
Bye.
Bye.
Eileen, you're up. It's still good morning.
Good morning. I hope
Hey.
everybody's feeling well, and I'm sending love and positive white light to everybody.
Thank you.
And by
Thank
the way,
you.
I did conferences in Hawaii for 20 years, 10 of which was spent on Maui, so I know Lahaina really well. And
Oh.
by the way, the one thing I will say, last check, the banyan tree is at least still alive. They're still finding sap in it. So they got arborists there to start working on, because there were so many shoots coming down from the main trunk that they're working to keep it alive now.
That is
So
wonderful.
and it's 150 years old. So it's become a symbol of almost the soul of Lahaina. So they want it to try to keep it alive.
Doesn't that feel like an angel miracle to demonstrate the power of rebirth?
Yep. That's I get goosebumps when I'm talking about it, but I think it will become that symbol of rebirth for everybody in that area. My question is, the past 2 weeks we've had a lot of severe weather I'm in the DC area. My visceral reaction to wanting to do things was exact opposite of what was going on at work, because of my field. I work, they are a response. There's nothing they can do ahead of time in their thought process. And it just cemented that this is not the place for me.
Yeah.
Is that something's going on inside me?
Time. So that was like a bash over the head. Hello.
Yeah, it really drove it home.
Yeah.
Is now the time to start looking, because there's a lot of changes going on at work. The person who is the interim program manager, she's been gone for a month due to a family crisis. So there's been 2 of us taking up the mantle, and I just found out that I am one full grade level below everybody else. I've been there for over a year and have not gotten a raise. There's so many things that are just the negativity of the building. Even though we're planning to move to a new building, the negativity that surrounded not only the building, but the people within it is just weighing down more and more.
Yeah. So you have all of these signs telling you to get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
When are you going to take action?
That's what I wanted to ask you about, it's where should I be taking the action? Should it be going into response more? Should it be working with the universities again that I've done before? Is it a certain part of the country? I mean, part of me wants to be in Maui helping there, or in Canada helping do the response with the wildfires. By the way, I am not a first responder. I'm an emergency manager. So what my job is we support those first responders.
Right. So if money, time, all of that were not an issue for you, where would you go? Where does your heart call you to go?
That's the thing. It's calling me in all those areas because it's where is the need, and that's where that's where I keep.
Now, forget the where is the need, because that's not about Eileen. That's not about what
Yeah.
Eileen wants.
Yeah.
That's about the service, and forget you. And that's how you got in the position you're in now.
Yeah.
So let's change that construct. Forget all needs of anybody. If you could do something that would bring you joy, where would it be and what would it be? That's your question.
And that's where I'm torn between two things, because it's that response helping in those disaster areas, but it's also writing my novels. I'm pulled in these two.
So what choice will allow you to put more focus on the novel?
Not doing this job and having the ability to do deployments when needed.
So is there something at your current location that you could shift into that?
No, this agency is purely, they don't send anybody out. It's no response.
University, going back into university work. Yeah, that felt good to me when you said it. And I get a yes. So is there an option?
I can start, I have access to a distribution list that lets me see when positions are up and coming up and things like that. It's something I have always felt. I've worked at universities in the university environment for over 30 years. My ex-husband's a full chaired professor at a university. My son's a professor now. My daughter-in-law will be a professor soon. So it's something I feel very comfortable with.
And you don't have to work so hard so that you can focus on the novel on the side, right? It leaves you personal time.
Yeah, and it's an environment of, university is an environment of creativity, just because of what it is, what it's trying to promote.
It's more nurture.
Except for a few in Florida, it's a nurture place. Mm-hmm. But this place is not. Most of the positions appear to be dead end positions. And for most people, it appears that I'm going to get the skills I need to go to some other place, to leave this building. And they have a new director that's just come in, but I don't know if she's going to be able to change that culture.
You're talking about the current job.
The current job, yeah.
We're done with the current job. Stop putting focus and energy there. Gone.
Right? Okay.
So focus and energy on where you're going next. When will you start looking at the lists and applying? As soon as possible.
As soon as possible.
Right?
Do the guides have an area? What's the best area to look at? I mean, there's so many universities. Should I be looking in the US or Canada? Because I can work in both.
So for Eileen, is it an optimal choice to search for a university job in the US? Canada.
Canada.
And that feels really good because it draws you maybe closer to the roots of the book.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be a nice synchronicity.
Yeah. It gets me. It's interesting. It gets lately. There's been a song there was a TV show years ago called Fame, and there was one episode where one of the main characters is doing a play, but she keeps on having visions of this girl. Turns out someone who had played that part that she's playing in the play 100 years previously and died before she got to do the play. And there's this song called Shadows and Light, and that song resonated with me at the time, and I still remember the words to it. And that's the feeling I get when I talk about my book. It's almost like my ancestors are talking to me through these whispers of writing the book. And it wasn't until I listened to the song the other day on YouTube that I really had that idea that's why it resonated so much with me.
It's like a siren call to you to get your attention, to put focus on them and their story.
Yeah.
And that's important to any responder work that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have to be very careful though when I'm doing responding work. At one point I did work in a shelter with Red Cross, and I I'm an empath, so therefore I was so drawn into the stories of the individuals. I got lost in it.
Mhm.
And I don't think I could be that close to it.
Yeah, but you're wiser now. You've had a
Yeah.
reading, know about the shadow side of your gift. So you
Yeah.
know how to take care of yourself.
Yeah. True.
You can do this and you're ready.
Yeah.
Everything has
I'm-
been leading up to this moment. Now it's time to take the big leap.
Yeah. Scary leap, but big leap. But I know, yeah. It's exciting. I knew after last week when my feeling of I'm seeing the impending weather coming toward the DC area, I knew how bad it was going to be. And I was telling people, but nobody was reacting to it because of what we do. It's purely response. There's nothing in their mind we can do to prepare.
Yeah, they're just on a whole different wavelength. So again, let that go. Don't put energy onto what they do or don't do. You're done with that.
Yeah, that night is I decided, okay, this is it. So this is not the place for me.
Yeah.
Between that and the pay issue, it's
And it's time to get out of DC.
Yeah, it
Great
is.
Yeah.
Does my guide see something coming up before the end of the year? Do they see me moving before the end of the year?
So for Eileen, moving, getting this new job, is it optimal that happened before the end of the year? Yeah. So it's highly likely that she's going to find that optimal job and be able to plan and execute the move by the end of the year, if you want to. But there's no time to dilly-dally. You got to get your behind moving.
Yeah. I've got things in place. I just got
I'm seeing them
recertified.
kind of lighting a fire behind you.
That's sometimes what I need. I need that. I need someone to hit me with the 2x4 in the back of the head. So yeah.
Well, they've been
I
doing
am
it.
stubborn that way.
Now they're stripping
Yeah.
the fire.
I believe you me. I know. That's the goosebumps and everything. And sometimes it does take a 2x4 to hit the stubbornness to get it shaken out of me. Yeah, I'm the first one to admit it. I'm a 5 times Leo, so forget it. It's we're stubborn. Well, thank you so much. And again, I wish everybody love and light and an uneventful, quiet day to everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Tulene, can you turn on your video and then I can bring you forward? There you are.
Hello, everyone. Hi. So I'm going to try to keep it short, actually. So I've been having my own business for the last 3 years almost, and I've been trying to serve people, the way I was. I've been, okay. I'm pretty excited. My heart is full right now. I'll really try my best to put the words out there. So I've been doing spiritual work for the last 3 years, and I had times where I just stopped and I just didn't want to do the work anymore. I needed time to reflect upon my experiences and so on. And right now I've been feeling like something is off and I want to know what it is. I have 2 options. I will either I will still keep doing the spiritual work, still guide people in the best way I can, but using another path. And I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to describe that path actually, because I can't see it right now. Or I will just pause, pull my energy back from this work and just start something new, which I don't know what it will be. So I'm pretty confused, Deborah, and yeah, I'm lost right now. I don't know what to do, actually.
So for Tulene, can you give her some clarity about where to go with her work? Does she continue on the path that she's on? Is that optimal? No, it's got to shift. But you're not abandoning what you've already done. You're going to take that with you. You're going to move forward. Just a slight shift. It's not a big change. So can you give her some information about that? Something to do with physicality?
Okay.
So I don't know exactly what you do spiritually, but if something to do with physicality, is there something that you're drawn to, like massage or something that's physical?
No, but I love to dance. But right now, in the last 3 years, I've been guiding people using my own experiences, that I had in my own spiritual path, actually. I'm more of a speaker, so I speak. I have private groups that I work with, and that's about it, actually. But
Oh, I got a visual as you were saying that. There's a fire, and you are dancing around the fire, telling a story, speaking. And that's how you're facilitating the teaching that you're doing with these people.
that kind of made me emotional. I don't know why. Thank you.
Yeah, you're wearing this kind of a flowy gown and like a sprite. You're dancing around the fire because the physicality that you add to the storytelling takes it up another level.
Really?
Not just the
Okay.
storytelling. For
Okay.
you, that physical side is important.
I have another question, if that's okay. So I stay away from, and maybe I'm just sabotaging myself, or maybe it's just the pressure I'm having from the people around me, because they keep pushing me to open up to more people and to share my story and experiences with other people. But I would rather not be that explicit yet. Or maybe I'm just, I've been thinking like this for years now, but do you think it's the right time for me to open up, to expand my work? And I don't know, do you think it's the right time right now?
I feel in my solar plexus, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
because doing that adds a visceralness to what you're sharing. That's how you touch their hearts and help them to shift. Because if you just get up there and you tell the story and you're not emotionally engaged, you're not going to have the impact you want to have. You've got to throw your heart and soul into it. Be vulnerable, because that helps them to be vulnerable, to grow and expand.
Yeah. I have one last question, Deborah. I survived the quakes in Turkey, and since then I've been living an unstable life. I've been wandering around. I've been staying with friends in other places, other cities, and so on. And I really want some stability in my life. And my work right now is not providing that, because I am not in a position to put that effort. I'm not in that kind of an environment where I can just nourish myself fully and on a soul level, direct my energy fully into this, because I'm there and there, one day there, one day there, and it's really confusing for me. I cannot just settle and move on from there. So will there be a chance for me to settle before the end of this year? I want to have a more stable life in the winter, actually. That's what I intended for. Yeah, I'm curious about that.
So for Jolene, is it highly likely that she will be able to find a place to settle before the end of the year? No, it's going to take a little longer than that. So I don't know. Do you have a job that brings in some kind of a steady income to support you?
Not anymore. After the quakes, I couldn't just live in that city anymore. So I just moved out. And right now, I don't feel like working somewhere, actually, because it sounds so draining to me. I don't want to do that anymore.
The problem is with the spiritual stuff, it can take a while before it gets to the place where it supports you. So being practical, having some kind of an income on the side, that's going to make it possible. See, if you're not entertaining the possibility of finding that income, that's why the option of having stability isn't there for you. So if you find some kind of income, and it can be something work from home, it doesn't have to be going out, just enough to get you into that place where you get the stable home and you're expanding your business at the same time.
Okay.
You would be amazed at the number of people in the spiritual community who have a job and
Mhm.
do this stuff on the side.
Okay. Okay.
That's very normal. I know so many people who waited until they retired to do their spiritual work because it didn't support them earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
possibility is there for you. You've got to
Yeah.
make the pathway. You've got to bridge the gap. So
Okay.
do what you got to do to support yourself. Meanwhile, you're working on the spirit and you're following your intuition. You're following the call of your soul. Your angels will be right there with you, supporting you, bringing opportunities, opening it up. It's up to you to take the positive action that opens those doors.
Okay. I actually just have one more question. I lived in Europe before and I was born there, and I feel like I want to get back there sometime soon, I hope. Is that actually an optimal decision to make? You know, should I actually settle there in Europe? Is it a part of my
Yes.
path actually?
For Tulane, would it be an optimal choice to move to Europe? No. Too big of a
No?
leap right now. You can't
Okay.
get there from where you are. Down
Okay.
the road later, maybe, but not right now. You've got
Okay.
some big things to work on right now, where you are.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you,
You're welcome.
everyone. Deborah.
Okay, bye. Shannon, can you turn your camera on? I don't know if you're still there. Okay, Randy, I see your camera's on. How about you come forward? And we'll come back to Shannon. Hi there. Just got to unmute.
I'm here.
Okay, I'll come back to you after Randy.
Okay.
Are you there, Randy? There you are. What's your question? You can't hear me?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
My phone's about to die, and my microphone is so low right
Oh,
now.
sorry. So ask me your question quickly and we'll get you in before it dies.
Sure. I had a spiritual awakening, I guess, about 3 years ago. Just to make it short, at nighttime, like about 2 or 3 in the morning, I would always hear like a noise in my bathroom. And then as I was laying there meditating, this energy would flow into my body like multiple times. And I didn't know what it was, if it was my guides or if it was other spirits traveling through.
Lost your volume. I didn't hear the question. So you want to know about this spirit that is falling down towards you, whether it's of the light. Is that what you want to know? Let me ask that. So for Randy, the spirit that he felt that was falling towards his body, is that of the light? Is that from his angels? Yes. And the way you know that, Randy, is the feeling. If it felt positive, uplifting, there your volume's better.
Right. That's great. That was the question I had. It was just because it was the feeling was so strong, and I'm all new to this, so it's very as long as it's feeling positive, I'm positive about it, and that's great.
Yeah, but you are right to have that discretion about it, because there are tricksters out there right now that are trying to fool the light workers. So you always want to run through your truth filter. Does it feel like it's positive, uplifting? What you're getting from them, is it positive and uplifting?
Right. Perfect. Well, thank you very much, Debbie.
You're welcome. Deborah, please.
Deborah, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'll continue watching. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks, Randy. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, Shannon, where did you go? There you, no, that's not, no, I'm not seeing your picture. I gotcha.
Okay, great. Hi, Deborah. Nice to see you. I have a little bit of an update from last month's guidance about India. I just got back a few days ago, and yes, I definitely had a lot of soul growth on the trip. It was a little bit of a challenging trip, but also a very full trip. And I am glad I went, definitely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm still not much clearer though about this whole India thing. And I just wondered maybe if the guides wanted to add anything for clarity for my sake. And then I wanted to ask a question about my current situation being back.
Okay. So for Shannon, can you give her some clarity about the India connection? Is that something that is an ongoing? No. So she's complete? Ooh, so you're complete with India now. Whatever it was you were supposed to get, you got.
Ah, okay. Interesting. Okay. So now that I'm back, I've been off work for a while. I was waiting for hip surgery, which I've had and I've rehabbed from, and I'm about to go back to work the beginning of September. Since I've been away, they've made some policy changes at work that are not currently implemented, but if they were to be implemented, I would have to leave that job. And I think I have some time. So my plan really is just that this is sort of tying up loose ends. I've been at this job for a long time, but trying to make a transition in my life to something else, possibly even moving to another province. I don't even know. But I'm just sort of feeling like things may change around this policy really soon. So I'm getting a little nervous that maybe I don't know. I might go back just to have to leave. And I just wondered if there was maybe some clarity from the guides on that. Should I just go back and play it out, or, is this gonna, I don't know. I just want some think.
Okay. So for Shannon, is it highly likely that these changes at work will end her job? Oh, yeah. Yeah, your intuition is spot on there. So would it be an optimal choice for her to go back and just stay there as long as the job lasts? Oh, I was expecting a no, but I got a yes.
Oh, so I should go back?
Go back and let it play out. Is that because something else at that job will open up for her? Yeah, there's a potential for something else. So if you're there, you are ready to go through that door that is there for you.
Okay. I just worry if I go back, I might put myself in jeopardy of being fired, like if that policy gets implemented. So they're kind of saying, no, you could go back and play it out. Or
it's an opportunity for you for the long term, for this particular issue. They're saying going back is your optimal choice.
And do they see me leaving the province or having to move away? Or do they see me sort of that opportunity that's coming up sort of staying around? Or
so this job opportunity, would that necessitate leaving the province? No.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let's see how this all plays out then. Thank you so much for the clarification. Okay, I will. Thanks so much.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey, Mike, come on up. Great to see you.
My picture's up. Can you see me?
I see you. Yep, I hear you. I see you.
Okay. Good. So I don't really have a question. I just anything that comes to awareness would be helpful.
So, what would you like to share with Mike today? I'm seeing a window. And outside the window, it's just sky. It's pale blue sky. There's no clouds. It's very clear. So, what are you talking about? What's with the window? Are you saying he's not getting out enough? Yeah. Because it's like the energy is you on the inside looking out at the world, but not participating at the level that your soul wants to participate. Which makes no sense to me. Does that make sense to you?
No, I think I'm pretty active,
Yeah,
and I keep trying to figure out what to do next. And
so let's ask her more about that. So he is kind of active, so you need to give us more than that. Is it about dreams? So there's this energy of feeling like time has passed you by and your dreams are passing by. Does that resonate?
It's my success at what I'm doing is not where I'd like it to be. And I just got a new referral that may be helpful to a university, which may help.
Yeah.
So just have to wait and see.
It's like they want you to shift out of that energy, because in that energy, that's blocking opportunities. You know, that's like the light worker's cloak of invisibility. If you've given up and you feel like, oh, my dreams are never going to come true, why bother? I'll just stay inside and look out the window. That's the energy that's here. So for you, it's about less grinding, more relaxing, allowing those opportunities to come through, but you've got to be out there to meet them. So it may not be literally outside of your apartment more. It may be in the bigger context of connecting with more people, but not connecting with them in a kind of a grinding, trying to make connections for a specific purpose way, more of a lighter energy. Does that make sense?
It could, but I don't know how to do that right now. But it's good for me to focus on.
It's a lighter energy. It's more of a friendly energy, just connecting for the sake of connecting rather than having an agenda. It's that agenda that gets in the way when you connect with these people.
Okay.
It's like it's sitting on your shoulder, this agenda, and it casts a shadow over what you're trying to do. So if you can let go of that, trusting that the angels are going to fill in those gaps for you, you don't have to do it. That lightens everything up.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much.
I hope that helps.
I hope so too. Thanks.
Okay.
You always bring me joy. Thank you.
I'm so glad. Thank you. Jess, can you turn on your camera?
Yeah, I'm turning on my camera, but I'm going to keep my visual blocked. I'm unwell right now.
Okay. Well, the deal is if you come on the Zoom, I need to see you. That's the whole purpose in being on the Zoom. Otherwise, you can go into YouTube and I can answer your question there and I won't see your face.
I don't have YouTube. I don't do YouTube.
Okay. Well, to be in integrity, I have to abide by my rules. So I'm sorry, I won't be able to answer your question. So try us next month when you can come on camera. Debbie. Can you turn your camera on so I can bring you forward? Are you there? Maybe you're away from the camera right now. Okay. Let's see who in here haven't I gotten yet? I think I've got everybody on this side except Debbie. So Debbie, when you come back, let me know and I'll pop back over to Zoom. So for right now, hey, there you are.
I'm here, Dan's sawing. I'm in the barn.
Okay.
Let me go outside. Go outside. Sorry, you see in my mouth. Okay. Here I am. I can't see you, but that's all right. My question, I felt like my guides wanted me to ask about joy and how do we get to joy. And I'm an empath, so sometimes I don't know the difference between joy and my empathic moments. Hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah, I hear you. When you say get to joy, you mean literally the feeling of joy.
Yes, to be in joy versus when I feel sadness, how do I tell the difference between myself and others? And how do I get back into joy when I realize it's not me? Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. So let's ask that question. So for Debbie, if she were to put the zip up on, would that help her to distinguish other people's joy from her own? Yeah, so that's a good step. So I don't know if you're using zip up or not, but
not as well as I should.
When you're confused about where the energy is coming from, ask your angels to clear your energy, do the zip up, and then reassess.
Okay.
See
okay.
what you're doing then. That's something you can use until you learn to find your own tools, because you will over time. You'll figure out, how do I distinguish these things?
That makes sense. And that's kind of what I thought you were going to say. And so, but I still felt like it needed to be asked because we talk about joy so much on our week. And so just wanted some clarification. But do the zip up and then ask for the distinction between the emotion you're feeling. And sometimes that's hard to do when you're feeling in a low mood, right? So anyway, so thank you.
Don't forget
If there's any,
don't forget to ask the angels to release that energy that's not yours so that you have clarity. You can ask them for that.
That might be the strategy that I'm forgetting to do.
Yeah. Because if you just put the zip up on, you might capture whatever that outside energy was in your bubble. You don't want that.
Sure.
So you want them to clear it all away, clean the slate, then you put the zip up on and reassess.
Okay. Okay. Onyx decided to come and join me, which is a good thing. He's out of Dan's hair right now. So, are there any other messages if you have time? If not, that's okay. We can do it another time.
Anything you want to share with Debbie today? I'm hearing mama's little baby got shortening. Mama's little baby loves shortening bread. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah, actually, it's going to make me cry. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
I can't do it online.
So a message from your dad.
It probably was from my mom or my dad. Yeah. Or my friend Susan.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
if you're getting it from my dad, then it's from my dad.
I don't know. I just, that's the first thing that popped into my mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So take that, the love, and the energy, the holding you, lifting you up. Comfort. Because shortening bread is comfort, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it made sense.
That was powerful. That was an extremely powerful one that I'd been kind of asking about. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Even though I'm crying and I'm
That's okay.
Not totally here.
That's okay.
What's interesting is Onyx followed me out. He wants to say hello, I guess.
Hi, Onyx.
He probably also knew I needed comfort right now. So thank you.
Comfort is the word, isn't it? For the whole conversation, comfort is the word.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. Have a great day. Feel better.
I'm okay. I'm fine. Sometimes you just have to release things.
Yes.
Okay. Love you.
You too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, you guys. I think we've got everybody on the Zoom side. If I missed anybody, just unmute and let me know I missed you. But I think I got everybody. So I'm going to pop over to the YouTube side and see what's going on here. All right. So now that I'm at the YouTube side, we should stop taking new questions now. and I'll go through what is here. So Synthura, I see you're up at the top. You need guidance on job hunting. You redid your resume. Nothing is still happening. Okay, you're feeling alone. In the past, you felt guided and things popped up, but not now. What's going on? So I don't know. Let's ask. So for the, oh, sorry, tongue-tied. For Synthura, what is this block? Why is she not able to find a job? She's putting in the effort. What can she do differently? Lots of breathe, relax, allow to start with, Synthura. That's the first thing, because when you do that, your energy shifts and that gives you clarity. You will see the opportunities because they're showing me you're walking along this beach, beautiful sandy beach, and there are gemstones. As you're walking along, you're seeing them sparkling in the sunlight, and your angels are guiding the sunlight onto the gem to show it to you as you approach. So those gemstones are reminiscent, of course, of your job search. So for you, it's breathe, relax, allow yourself to see the gemstones that they are putting in front of you. They're there, but you're not seeing them. Now, are you saying that, has she been looking at the wrong stuff? Yeah, so it's like expand your perception of what is a good fit for you. Go outside your comfort zone. And I'm getting this energy of like, just apply for anything and everything that you come across. Don't be so particular right now, because now it's just get something to get you started that could be a springboard to that next thing that you need. So it might be something that you never would have considered before. Is there anything you can tell her about a direction to look in? Any guidance, clues? Financial, something financial, Synthura. Like bookkeeping? Okay, something like bookkeeping. So anything that's related to bookkeeping, if you haven't already looked at those things, look at those things, because it's feeling like that would be a good match for you in the beginning. And there are opportunities out there. Also, don't hesitate to look online as well. You might go through, oh gosh, what is the name of that site? Just Google the websites where you can sign up to work through them. They put your resume out. I keep hearing Spotify, but it's not Spotify. There's another one, Upwork. Upwork is one where you can go and you can register. People who are looking for freelancers might find you there. So that's one place. And there are other companies like that. So if you can Google that kind of company, see what's out there. I mean, really cast a wide net. Now is not the time to hold back. Be brave, be bold, put yourself out there with confidence that your angels are going to connect you with the right opportunity once you take the action, because you need those two things to come together. You've got to take the action to set yourself up to be aligned with the opportunity. So let me know if that helps. Hi, Maureen, you're having lumbar back pain. You've been told it's residual fear. If so, how do you release it? So for Maureen, this back pain, is it true that it's fear? It's fear-based, okay. And it's been there for a long time? Not so long, okay. So what can she do to release it? I'm hearing Brahms' lullaby. Lullaby and good night. You know that song? I'm hearing that. So why that song? It's relaxing. It's allowing yourself to sink into the arms of the angels. Let them heal you. Let them hold you. Let them fill you with love and light. Lean on your angels. So you can go into meditation. You can let them come forward and just pour vital force healing energy all over your body. You can do that as often as you need to. Allow yourself that healing. So try that, see if that helps, and then let me know what's going on. Anna, hey, you need clarity in your career. You're changing and you're entering a new beginning at a crossroads. Is it time to leave your partner in business? Okay, so for Anna, Is it an optimal choice to leave her partner in business now? Now, like as soon as possible now? Yes, I get a big yes on that. Not a hesitation at all, a big yes, Anna. So what about the career? Can she continue doing something along the lines similar to what she's doing presently? Is that optimal? Sure, you can do that. It'll be slightly different because you'll be doing it on your own. Okay. Is it an optimal choice for her to get a job? No. Okay, so I just wanted to get that out of the way for you. So it is optimal for you to morph your business. Allow it to shift. Know that there's going to be some adjustment period as you shift it around and you figure out the best fit for you, but keep checking in with your solar plexus, making the choices from that place of what feels best. Slow, steady, one step at a time, calling on your angels to help you find the best choices. That's the path forward. Just keep doing that and you're fine. But it's taking the action that's really important. Hey, Michaela, would eating meat help balance your body? You're sensitive and you've stayed away from meat for some time. Lately, you're feeling drawn to the idea of eating meat sustainably. So for Michaela, would shifting her diet to meat, would that be an optimal choice for her body? Yeah, I get a big yes on that. So are there some kinds of meat that she needs to stay away from? Get a no on that. So meat is good. Yeah. And will her body tolerate it well? Will it be an optimal choice for her body? Yes. So I'm getting all kinds of green lights with that, Michaela. So absolutely. And yeah, for whatever reason you were staying away from it, but your body is telling you this is what you need right now. Might not be forever. Maybe it's a short period of time. But yeah, you know, and there's tons of videos out there about people who are doing carnivore or modified carnivore. So if you want help with that, there's tons of resources to help you along. Maggie, why do you feel like your guides hate you? It's often said trust starts with the little things, and so far no trust. Your guides don't hate you. Never, never, never. They are assigned to you and only you. You are their raison d'etre. Their reason to exist, in case you don't know what that means. So no, they don't hate you. Yeah, this is coming from you. This is an internal thing, Maggie. This is about you not loving yourself. And they love you so very much that sometimes if you don't have that love for yourself, their love can reflect upon that and it can feel like they're not on your side. But that's an illusion. It's not true. They were assigned to you by Creator for this specific purpose of serving you through all of your incarnations. So for you, it's about just a little bit loosen up on the negative self-talk, finding a way to appreciate things about yourself. So I want you to get a paper and a pen, start writing down the things you appreciate about yourself, your strengths, the things that you're proud of about yourself. Let that simmer for a little bit. Find more things to appreciate yourself. And then allow your angels to help you shift into really feeling it, to let the love start to flow in. That can take a while, but I want you to know this is from God directly to you. When God looks at you, what she sees is a beautiful masterpiece. You are the masterpiece of your Creator. You were set forth in this lifetime to take the raw material of your masterpiece and you paint on it now. You paint on that canvas to take the raw masterpiece and turn it into your version of what the masterpiece is. That's co-creating with God. And God says to you, my beautiful child, I love you to the moon and back and more. You are perfect. You are magnificent, brilliant, and resplendent. Please stop putting yourself down. If I'm telling you, this is God speaking, if I'm telling you all of these things. Trust me, it is true. So for you, it's about learning to trust and believe and allow that love to enter your heart chakra, to expand you into the magnificent soul that you came here to be. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Ishikawa, your connection to Ishan, is it a long-term relationship? So for, oh, Ishika, I'm sorry, got it wrong. Ashika, for Ashika and Ishan, is this an optimal long-term relationship? Yes, it is. Okay, and challenges that they can work through. Can you give her clarity about the challenges? Staying in that place of grace, Ashika. Because, you know, with a partner, there's always going to be things about them that drive you crazy. But remind yourself of why you love them, why you got into this relationship to begin with. And know that you're not perfect either. There are things about you that probably drive Ishan mad. So it's having that grace, the patience, just the love. Let the love be the strongest thing that binds you. Always come back to that. I'm seeing you like a dancer, dancing around, and you get a little spooked about something that's not quite right. And so you dance out away from Ishan to the edges. And then slowly you start coming back in until you're close again. So it's a dance. A relationship is like a dance, in and out. The important thing is to remember the commitment that you have, remember the love that you have, and overlook those minor petty things that really in the grand scheme of life don't mean a hoot, right? And if you need to, ask yourself, if I knew I was going to die next month, would those things really bother me? Are they important? And if they're not, let them go. So take that, play with it, let me know how that goes. Saida, hello, sending love, light, and healing to Maui and Mother Gaia. Thank you. Appreciate that. Craig, can a famous person agree to be your guide because you're getting good advice from Clara, who has helped you? Well, absolutely, yeah, but let me just ask. So for Craig, Clara, is Clara his guide? Yeah, and if it's helpful, just go with it. It feels very good. It feels, well, Clara, of course, for me, brings to mind Aunt Clara from Bewitched. And what was she? She was just love and goofiness, just comfort food of a relative in that case. She was just lovely. So your Clara is there to support you, to guide you, to help in any way that she can. So let her do that. Reach out. And there are others, not just her, but she can be the prominent one if you're comfortable with her. It's perfect. And it doesn't matter if she was famous or not. On the other side, that means nothing. All souls are equal. So it's just she is connected to you for whatever reason. And that's really beautiful. Hey, Susanna, great to see you too. When will you find a new full-time job that you'll enjoy, and in what industry? So for Susanna, can you give her a timeline for when she will find a full-time job? Is it in 2023? Yes. Okay. So September? Oh, September's looking good. I'm feeling the energy shifting for September as I ask that question. And it's like, you know, the locks that they have on lakes where the locks open and close to change the level of the water as ships pass through. So I'm seeing it kind of like that for your job. It's that shifting that's going on, and your angels are working on that. So just know that's going on in the background while you're looking for that new full-time job. So they are shifting those things. So it's a timing, right? And as the timing comes into perfect alignment, the locks are aligned, you can sail your boat right through. And now you're in a new place. So September looks good. What about industry? Higher education, healthcare, technology, or otherwise. So higher education, is that an optimal choice for Susanna? Maybe. Healthcare. Healthcare is a big yes. Technology. No, definite no. Anything else that she should explore? Another maybe. Healthcare is the big yes. So I would look in that direction and see what you find. And again, ask your angels to put out the red carpet so that you will know which direction to go. But that's a good place to start. Hey, Jolynn. Aloha. Will your financial situation change anytime soon? For Jolynn. Finances, will they improve anytime soon? Gonna take a little while. So by the end of the year, will they improve? Yes. Okay. So September, October, November. So in November, she will see a shift, more finances flowing in. Yeah, something's going to shift in November. Meanwhile, you keep taking action as you feel led every day, because that can accelerate the timeline. So whenever you get a hint, an intuitive hit, you're feeling something, go explore it. See if that's the thing, because your angels are going to be bringing all that stuff out for you. But look for something to really shift in November. Keep your eyes open for those opportunities and then take action fast, because that can cause everything to come together faster. Hey, Gwen. When will your sister Jane be receiving a kidney transplant? So for Jane, is it highly likely she will be receiving a kidney transplant? Yes. Okay. So can you give us a time frame? Will it be in 2023? Yes. Okay. So will it be in the next 2 months? So in September? October. More like early October? Early to mid-October. Right now, that's it's lined up for. But know that you can keep beseeching your angels on her behalf, and she can do it too, to ask if they can accelerate the process. If they can, they will. So right now, early to mid-October is looking really positive. That could change, and it could change in a positive way. So just keep putting it out there for the angels. Oh, thank you for all the wrench work, Debbie. I appreciate it. Thank you for the divine love, Richard. Much appreciated. Saida, your family and you have been harassed by evil persons using dark forces. Is this part of source purpose, or did we do something wrong? Oh my gosh. Okay. It doesn't come from source. No, Saida. So the dark forces that are assailing her family, what is that about? Is that some kind of karmic energy? No, not so much. It's present life then. Okay. Something present life. And have they done something to get noticed by the dark forces? They're threatened by you, Saida. That's what it's about. They are threatened by you, and they're pushing back. So what can she and her family do? All right. So Saida, I don't know if you meditate, but what I'm seeing is you and your family coming together, close together, and this cloud, this bubble of love, source light surrounding you. They can't penetrate that. So in the meditation, you ask your angels to help you to erect that for you. There is on my channel a meditation. It was a peace bubble, I think, from Metatron. Try searching for that. See if you can find that, because that meditation might help you to accomplish putting up this force field. But that's what you want to do. Put up the force field. And soon enough, when they realize that they can't get through to you anymore, they'll go bother somebody else. But in the short term, you've got to take care of that protection. Of course, asking your angels to come in, and they're going to stand around it to give you a reinforcing boundary. You could have multiples of those if you need. You ask for whatever you need, but you do have the power to counteract it. That's the important thing to know. They can't hurt you once you realize you've got the power and then you exercise it. Now, if you can't find that meditation, send me an email. I'll find it and I'll send you the link. Okay. So let me know how that goes. Richard, any messages from your angels or masters? So for Richard, any messages from the angels or masters? This is weird, Richard. I'm hearing the music, the theme from the Addams Family. Da 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 dum 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 da 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 dum dum dum. You know that song? Okay, so why is Richard getting the Addams Family? Is it the name Addams? Is that something? No. Okay. Something about the story? Oh, Richard, it's about how they were misfits and they didn't let that bother them. They lived these full, vibrant lives. And no matter what was going on in the outside world, any dark forces that tried to rain on their parade, they were impervious because they stood in the power, the faith, and the confidence of who they were, and they knew it was perfect. So you're saying that's about self-esteem for Richard. Yeah. About your self-esteem. You are perfect. You're magnificent, brilliant, resplendent, just like I said to somebody else from God. God says that all the time. Whenever that question comes up, that's not me. That's God saying that. So you got to argue with God, or are you going to say, okay, I guess maybe I am pretty good. And then let that expand, let it blossom until you get to the place where you really can love and appreciate your magnificent soul, because you are so much more than the skin suit of Richard. You've got multiple lifetimes, magnificent things you have done, experiences you've had. That is all there. You are all of that. So much more than you know. So embrace that understanding of your soul self. Let that come forth and blossom. And then those things just won't bother you so much. You will feel better about yourself. And in turn, the world will treat you better because you will attract more positive energy. So let me know if that helps. Amanda, any guidance for you? And also, will you the current plan take 1 or 2 years? So for Amanda, her current plan, is it highly likely that it will be complete in 1 year? No. 2 years? Yeah, it's going to take a little longer, but that's okay. It feels like it's very much in alignment and it's flowing very smoothly. So that feels like the right timeline. So anything else for Amanda that you want to share today? I'm hearing Jimmy Durante saying, cha, 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 cha. You're all right, kid. So I don't know if you have an affinity for Jimmy Durante, but he was just this happy-go-lucky guy, always very positive, upbeat about life. And he enjoyed the simple things. He was into physicality. He played the piano. He was, had the hots for Mrs. whatever her name, Calabas or something that he was always talking to. At the end of every show was, good night, Mrs. C, wherever you are. So that kind of energy. I don't know why they're bringing you that energy, but hopefully it will mean something to you. So let me know. Hey, Becky, you are so welcome. Is your granddad or one of your guides available with guidance or a message? Okay, so for Becky, Grandpa or any of the team, do you have a message for Becky today? Wow. Okay. So is that Grandpa? Okay. So there's this song Jim Reeves used to sing. I think it was Jim Reeves. Make the world go away. Something else about get it off of my shoulders. I don't know if you know that song. Go look up the lyrics to that song. So can you give us any more clarity about what that is about? Yeah, it's not letting the outward worldly things affect you so much. It's tuning in, honing in on your soul, your internals, your guidance. More of that, less being impacted by the world. Stand in your sovereignty, in the power of who you are and what you are. And if you can, book a soul introduction. because you will learn who you are as a soul, and then you can embrace more of that. It will help you to step up to Becky 2.0. You will have a whole different perception of yourself and how you engage with the world. So yeah. Anything else for Becky? Say the things you used to say and make the world go away. Wanting to reinforce that again. So definitely find that song, look at the lyrics, and if the lyrics don't give you a clue what it's about, do a Wikipedia and get the background on that song. Who wrote it? What was going on? Were there any obstacles? Because often there's a clue to be found if we are willing to put in the time sleuthing. So the fact that they repeated that song again, they wanted to continue it. There's more there for you to get, Becky. So go look it up and let me know, because yeah, we all need to know what that's about. Hey, Nova Theory, your spiritual team have any messages? Okay, so for Nova Theory, what would you like to share today? I'm hearing the Addams Family theme very faintly in the background again. So what else for Nova Theory? Now we're switching to Julie Andrews. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens. My favorite things. So was that something about leaning into her favorite things? Yeah, it's more self-care, Nova Theory. It's about bringing more of what delights you into your life. It's feeling like you give way more than you receive. Allow yourself to receive those favorite things, relish them, enjoy them. They were meant to be, and you deserve it. So allow more of that energy, that intention, and that joy to come into your life. That's what they want you to know today. Sheila, a message from your guides. Okay, so for Sheila, what do you want to share today? Sheila. I'm hearing Little Richard singing Tutti Frutti, and I'm not going to sing that. Womp babaloo babalom bom bam, or something like that. Tutti Frutti. So for Sheila, what is that about? Just being silly and more fun? And the energy. Don't forget the energy of Little Richard. I mean, he had the big eyes and the, just energy bursting out of him from every pore. So bringing more of that intensity, of that intention, of that vibrancy to life, Sheila. So wherever you've been holding back, bring it. Step into the energy of Little Richard. More fun. Bring in the Tutti Frutti, even if that means you got to go out and have some of it, I think they still make Tutti Frutti ice cream. And if not, then there's probably chewing gum that's Tutti Frutti. So you can find some of that flavor. Yeah, flavor, right? Bringing more flavor into your life. So wherever that's been lacking, go out there, find it, and do it. You will feel so much better. Callista, you got a question? Okay, well, I hope you typed it in here. I'll keep scrolling down. Becky, how can you connect with your guides? Well, I don't know if you did the 21-day meditation challenge, Becky, but that's the fastest way I know. That was designed by Metatron to get you there faster, because we need all the light workers to be there now. We need their help. So if you were listening earlier when I was telling someone about when you meditate, imagine it. Make the scene up in your head. So when you want to connect with your guides, you do the opening prayer, you access your Akashic records. Once you're there, ask them to come forward and then just wait there quietly. If you don't get anything, just make something up and then be open to the possibility that they will step in and take the reins and then make the story change. And then just flow with it if that happens. You can also, if you haven't already, go to akashaunleashed.com, meditations, get the Connecting with Guides meditation. That one gets you into the relaxed state. It takes you into your records. and it calls your guides forward. Then when you get to the end of the guided part of the meditation, it's going to end, turn off the sound, whatever. Stay in that energy. You are open, you are prepared, and then just allow whatever to come through to do so. Don't block it. Don't tell yourself that you're making it up, because you're not. You've already prepped by going through the guided visualization. So whatever comes through, whether it's a scent, a feel, a knowingness, voices, pictures, whatever it is, take it, be grateful for it, write it down, rinse and repeat. That will help you get into the feeling so that you can trust it. Because that's the big thing that blocks everybody. They do get things, but then they're telling themselves, ego is telling them, you're making that up. That's not real. And to that, we call BS. Ego needs to take a seat and let you have your experience. It is real. You're not making it up. It does feel good. Allow that to flow. And that's how you do it. Craig, please don't carry negative emotions to the other side. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. So if you can let me know below if there's something you wanted me to do about that. But yeah, I mean, you can carry negative emotions to the other side, but they won't last. They will evaporate. There just isn't negativity in the fifth dimension, in the spiritual realm. It's all love, light, and truth. There's no room for that negative stuff. So even if you come as a soul, you transition and you've got a lot of that negativity, that all gets taken care of before you get into the realm of the spirit. So yeah, not even a problem. And therefore, conversely, when you connect with the other side, if you're getting something negative, you are not connected with the light. It's always going to be uplifting, loving, and light. So that's one way to tell the difference. Hey, Letty, welcome. Joy, Marby, sorry. Oh gosh, my tongue is tied today. Marby, so glad to see you. Sandra, good afternoon now. Hey, you guys, this is really cool. You know, this time I decided to experiment and turn on the delay on the comments, and now they're not jumping. Who knew? So that seems to have solved the jumping problem. So happy to hear that. Hallelujah. Callista. Oh, sorry. We'll get right back to you in a sec. Joy, you want to know when your house will go onto the market and will there be multiple offers? So for Joy, can you give us a timeline when the house will be on the market? Is that in 2023? Okay. So is that in September? August? Oh, it can be in August. As long as nothing changes right now, it can still happen in August. And is it highly likely that she will get multiple offers? Ooh, not right now. In the future, is it likely that there could be multiple offers? It's possible, but no, it's feeling like it's going to be a slow start, Joy. So don't let that get you down. Just keep putting out good intentions, asking your angels to bring you buyers. That will help. Get the angel brigade on the job and let them facilitate for you. That's how you can speed it up. Callista, you're struggling to get into Zoom. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we shouldn't have been maxed out. So it was probably just a tech glitch of some sort. So I don't know. Did you get in maybe yet? Are you there? Oh, I see Nancy's over there. So hang on. So Callista, why don't you jump on Zoom now if you're still live? Okay, you said later that it was a tech error. So if you come back and you see this, I'm going to pop over and talk to Nancy on Zoom. And if you get back, you can do the same. So, hey, Nancy. You're muted.
Unmute. So, there it is. I am in 10 days. I'm got my house will be closing, the sale of it. There's a lot of weird energy there here, so I'd be very glad to get out. But the house that we are going to be purchasing the same day, closing on, I'm not overly thrilled with. So I'm wondering what guidance is available about that.
So what can you tell Nancy about this house? Is it an optimal choice? No. Listen to your feelings. You're not thrilled for a reason. So is there something in the chain that would cause that not to be an optimal choice, like a legal snafu or something? No. Okay. So she could go forward with it if she wanted to. You could. Okay. But the fact that you don't, honor that now, because gosh,
I don't know. I can't, I don't, I highly, highly doubt I could get my husband to back out at this point. You know, we had an alternative lined up. I'm not sure that's still a possibility of renting for a month. And that was, he could not deal with it at all. And so we're buying this house and that's it, or else. So I don't know what to do.
so for Nancy, could this house be positive choice for her in the long run? It could be. It's your mindset, Nancy. So if whatever it is about that place that's bothering you, because your husband says no, and that seems immovable.
Yeah, and the house is so, but I'm not real thrilled with the location either. So I don't know.
If you were to go out behind the scenes and get this other situation that you mentioned, this alternative, if you were able to get that all lined up and ready to go, might he go along with it?
He wouldn't the first time, and now we're 10 days from closing. We would lose $3,000, which in the long run isn't, the end of the world. But I don't think I could convince him to back out at this point.
Even if you told him you will not be happy in that house?
I'll try, but
really, honestly,
I think he's noticed because I tell everybody that I meet that
Now,
I'm not too
here's the
crazy about
thing.
it.
We often think that people can read our minds and they can't. You saying I'm not crazy about it is a whole different place from saying,
Yeah.
honey, I am not going to be happy in that house. And if I'm not happy, how are you going to be happy? I feel really awful. I mean, really tell them how you feel. Don't hold back.
Okay.
See if that helps. That's the
Okay.
card you have to play. So play it.
Okay.
And this could be a very positive thing for your relationship.
Or it could. Okay. I'll try. If that doesn't work, do they have any other advice?
So if the house sale must go through, and this closing must go through, she can't get out of it, what do you recommend she do? Then you start making a list of anything you can positive about that house. Keep adding to it until you shift your energy to where all of a sudden you appreciate it.
Okay.
Now, this is an exercise Abraham has been teaching for decades. Find one small, tiny thing that you can like about the house or the person or the situation. And when you shift your focus on the thing that feels good, more comes in. So you could energetically shift yourself into loving that house if you were determined and you wanted to.
Okay. Okay. Do my guides agree that this could work out then? I mean,
well, they're saying you could be happy there if you choose to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I feel like I'm getting to, okay, we'll be fine there. We'll figure it out. And then every time I drive up to look at it, just the motions inside are like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, so first play the card with hubby and see if you can get him to shift.
Okay.
If you can't, then between now and the closing, put a lot of energy and focus into finding things you like about that place.
Okay.
Start little, keep building. By the time closing comes, you might be excited about it. That is absolutely possible. It's all up to you. You can shift it if you want to.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks for the help.
Yes, you're welcome. Look forward to hearing about it next time.
Thanks. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
There we go. Okay, so back to the YouTube side. Now, where was I? And Debbie, you said being an empath. Oh, this is the question you asked me. Okay, so we did that. Anita, you'd like some guidance on how you can move from depression to find meaning and passion in life. Okay, so for Anita, what can you share with her about moving out of depression into love, light, and happiness? Is there a physical imbalance that she needs to address? No, okay, that's good news. It's not a physical thing, so it's emotional outlook. So, you know what I was just telling Nancy? Anita, look around your life, get a paper and a pen or type it. Start finding small things that you can feel good about. Even if it's just that you woke up and you could breathe. Start that granular if you have to. Keep adding things to the list until you get up and you feel so excited to greet the day because you have this amazing, magnificent life, because you do. That's the truth. You really do. It's just a matter of you taking off those blinders that are keeping you from seeing the magnificence. Call in your angels. Have them dance with you. Visualize yourself going out barefoot in the morning dewy grass, dancing with your angels. Wouldn't that feel wonderful? Being joyful with your angels. Let them bring that energy to you. Let it seep into your being. I also highly recommend go to Amazon and get my book, Little Book of Meditations, because those meditations will shift your energy. There are meditations for a whole bunch of different situations. That's how Metatron designed it. If you do some of those, I mean, somebody wrote to me and said that one of the meditations shifted her molecular structure. Like, wow, I didn't know it could do that. But those meditations are divine downloads. They can work miracles. So that's something you can do. You can go on my YouTube channel and there are meditations for free. Meditation is a great way to shift your energy. And then, as I was telling somebody earlier, when you do that one connecting with guides, stay there. Stay in that energy for a little while. Connect with them. Have an adventure with them. Soak up the love. You need a lot of love. They're going to come in. I see your angels coming in with this big blanket. They surround you and they wrap you. They cocoon you in this blanket so that you can feel the love, the light, the comfort, the care that they bring to you all the time. It's always available to you. Just reach out and ask for it. So start there with baby steps, the little things. Keep moving up one day at a time, and you will take yourself right out of that depression. The other thing is that when something comes in that knocks you down and you feel bad again, because things will happen, right? That's life. You can change the story. You can flip the script. You can find the silver lining in whatever that thing was and turn it right around and get right back up again. Yeah, people will say that's Pollyanna, but you know what? Pollyanna was happy. The people around her were happy because she chose to focus on the positive things in life. That doesn't mean you ignore the negative things. They're there. We have to deal with them, but we don't have to put a great deal of emotion, energy, and focus on them. Okay, it's saying my stream is doing something weird. I hope you guys are still getting me okay. I'm just going to trust the angels will handle it. So do that. Allow yourself to shift because it's all in you to do that. Connect with your soul. Stop listening to the voice of ego that tells you all these negative things bringing you down. Tell ego to take a vacation. And speaking of which, on my site is that meditation, the 3 aspects of self. It's a powwow with the 3 aspects of self. If you search, you'll find it because I've talked about it on multiple videos. There's a link on them. Get that meditation because what that does is it lets you sit down in a powwow with ego, higher self, and soul and negotiate a peace treaty. When you do that, your life will change. Ego won't be fighting with you anymore. Life will get easier. So that's a lot of assignments for you there, but take that piece by piece, work through it, and feel better day by day. You really can do that, and your angels will help you. So let us know how that goes. Sandra, you're applying for a job as a paraprofessional at the local school. You haven't worked in 12 years. You were previously, ooh, now it jumped. Darn it, it was doing so well. Hang on, I'll find you. You were previously in healthcare. You want to know if working at a school is a good choice. Okay, so for Sandra, is it an optimal choice for her to work in a school environment? Yeah. Yeah, it feels very good. So go do it with your angels at your side, asking them to pave the way. Make your own yellow brick road. Pave the way to the best, most optimal opportunity for you, and then just enjoy the heck out of it. It's an optical, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I'm getting tired of my words are slurring here. So it's an optimal choice for you. Go do it with gusto and enjoy it with your angels at your side. Sherry, insights on selling your cottage. You're sad, but your husband is thrilled. Oh, I'm sorry. So for Sherry, selling the cottage, is that an optimal choice? Yeah, it's time. It's like closing a chapter of life. So what your angels are saying, Sherry, is instead of being sad about it, get excited about the next chapter. You're closing one, kiss it goodbye, treasure the memories, but get excited about the next chapter with your angels at your side, asking them to bring all of these wonderful opportunities into your path. Enjoy them. Always look for the joyous path and take that one, reaching for more. That brass ring is available. Don't settle for less. So what you may find as you step forward with that energy will surpass what you had with the cottage, creating new, amazing memories. So allow yourself that opportunity. It's waiting for you. So hopefully that makes you feel better about it. Joy, are your wisdom teeth coming through, or will they ever come through? And is that related to the ringing in your ears? So for Joy, is it likely that her wisdom teeth will ever come through the surface? No, they're blocked. So are they okay? Can she just leave them like that? Yeah, they're fine. I asked that question because in my 20s, the dentist recommended removing my wisdom teeth because they were like under the bone. They were never going to come through the surface. But I'm not so sure that's actually really true. They weren't causing me any discomfort. And now, having more life experience and wisdom, I would not have let my wisdom teeth go unless they were causing a problem. So yeah, I mean, just if they're not bothering you, just let them be. So are the wisdom teeth causing the ringing in her ears? Are they connected? No, totally different thing. So the ringing in the ears, is that something physical that needs attention? No, it's metaphysical. So is that part of her ascension? It's a symptom, a side effect of the ascension. Yeah, they're validating that. So, okay, does that mean it's going to stop in the near future? Not in the near future. It's going to go on for a while, but it will stop one day. Yeah. And ask your angels for help with that too. If there's something that you can do that will help you crest that plateau that you're working on spiritually so that you get a break from the ringing, why not? Ask for their help. They always say you can't ask for too much and nothing is too small to ask for. So heck, ask for help with your ringing ears. So Debbie, your question, you were guided to ask that because you felt it would help other people. And apparently it helped Rachel. That's really awesome. Good morning, Flora. C'est la vie. Is it okay to limit contact with hurtful family members, parents and sister, with the help of your guides? You need their help in a healthy manner for yourself, your children, and grandchildren. So for C'est la vie, is it an optimal choice to distance from the hurtful family? Oh, they're saying not only is it an optimal choice, you must for your own well-being. Don't let them do that to you. It doesn't matter if you're related by blood. That does not give them the right to torture you. So cut them off. Don't talk to them at all if you don't have to. I don't talk to mine. It makes me crazy. So for my own well-being, I can be here for you. I can't talk to them. Some of them, not all of them. But yeah, I mean, society has taught us that, hey, you're blood related, you owe them certain things. I call BS on that. And my guides call BS on that. It's not good for your soul journey. Yeah, you came into that family for a reason. You chose them. But it was for you to learn to move forward. And if now they're hindering you, then they're no longer helpful. You cut the ties or limit them in whatever way you need to do. But yeah, and you taking that positive, empowered action is wonderful role modeling for your children and your grandchildren. Teach them that nobody has the right to abuse them, mentally, physically, or any of that stuff. Nobody. They are sovereign souls. They don't have to put up with that stuff. Blood does not give anybody that right. So I hope that helps. Good morning, Catherine. Afternoon now. You started your dream journal, and it showed that you disappointed yourself many times and made many mistakes. You feel that your journey is now really going full steam. Well, that's pretty normal. We've all done that, right? That's part of learning. So any information from your guides or anything of that sort? Okay. And how is the Zoom available? You've done it, but you didn't know about it this morning. If you're on my mailing list, Catherine, you get an email yesterday and then an hour before we start today with the Zoom link. So maybe you fell off my mailing list or you would have got it, or check your spam folder because sometimes those emails go into spam and you don't see them. But yeah, it's the people who are on my mailing list who get the Zoom link along with the YouTube link. So that's what you got to do. So for Catherine, what can you share with her? And what was it? Your dream journal and mistakes. Okay. What can you share with her as she's moving forward? Well, first of all, they're applauding you because this dream journal that you're doing now, journey. Okay. Yeah. So it's actually a really positive thing for you. It's helping you to bring things into focus, to be more organized, to get that greater perspective. It's zooming out, getting the macro view, which you need to do sometimes because you get too confused when you're always looking at the micro. It's important to sometimes zoom out, assess the bigger picture, make choices, and then come back in and work on them. So for you, this is a really fabulous thing to do. And, you know, don't get down on yourself for mistakes that you made. In fact, celebrate the mistakes because you learned something. There are no mistakes. There are just learning opportunities. So yay, you learned these things. Now you're taking it and you're moving on. And you will be all the better for it. So this is a wonderful tool for you. If there are others you feel led to use, then do that too. But keep moving forward on that spiritual journey because that's perfect for where you are now. Hang on a sec. So SB, you had an interesting experience accessing the records. Was it real? It was your first try and you've not gotten there since. Okay, so for SB, that experience, was it actually in the records? Yes, absolutely. Don't doubt that for a minute. And that's why it felt so good. And not getting back there since. So can you give us some insight on why not being able to get back since? It's just ego. Ego whispers in your ear and tells you that you're making it up, which is why you needed to ask the question, right? So remember how you felt. Remember what you did. Repeat those steps. And then when you're connected, just be in that quiet place, looking for feelings, sensations, thoughts that pop in that are positive. You might hear something, you might see something, you might feel something in your body. Any of those things can happen. It can be very subtle. It might be just so subtle that you barely feel it, but go with it. Be grateful for it and keep coming back, repeating the process. You will get more and more as time goes by. And there will still be days where you'll go in and you just won't get much of anything because your energy is just not aligned. That happens to all of us. And that's what I documented in that 21-day meditation challenge book. It's called The Path to Hearing Angels and Guides. So if you haven't done that, go do that. Get that book. Do the path. It will help you get there faster. And then come join us in the Facebook group. The link is in the book. Join us there. Share your experience. Ask your questions because we want to help more light workers get there faster. And the people who are channeling today, who once said, I can't meditate and I can't channel, are just phenomenal. What they're doing is incredible. And they're all bringing in their own perspectives from their teams to add to the collective knowledge base to lift us all up. So that's available to everybody. Just go do it. Trust the process. Be patient. Know that they are assisting you in every way they can. So just keep going and ask for help when you need it. Starlight. Any messages from your guides? So for Starlight, any messages? What do you want to share with Starlight? So I'm hearing that old nursery rhyme, Starlight, Star Bright, first star I see tonight. So what is the wish? Is this about wishes for Starlight? So that thing that you've been thinking about, that you've been wishing on, hoping, it's not going to happen till you take action. You can wish and dream all day long, but those thoughts without action don't produce results. So there's something that you really wanted. You've been afraid maybe to take the action. And your angels are just waiting for you to make that first step so they can come in and help you facilitate the manifestation. So don't hold back anymore. And if you're not clear what it is, then just take a little time, meditate on it, allow it to come through. It's there. You know what it is deep inside. Now you've just got to coax it out so you can get clear about it. So when you're in that quiet space, whatever you think it might be, go with it. Allow that to unfold. See where that takes you. Because when you go into these meditative journeys, you don't know what they're going to bring, what the adventure will be on that day, what the message will be. So be open to anything. Follow it. It's like that little light that shows up and it's bouncing around and dancing. Just follow it. See where it takes you. Notice the things along the way and then write it all down so you don't forget, because often there are deeper messages buried in that symbolism. But yeah, it's all there for you. You just got to take the action. That's what's important now. Hey, Kelly. Linda, any messages from your guide or from your angels? Okay, so for Linda, what do you want to share today? What bright, uplifting messages do you have? Oh, they're singing Zippity Doodah. Yeah, they are ready to get up and dance with you, Linda. They're saying, come on, it's time. You've been holding back too long. Let's get some more energy flowing. It's feeling like right now your energy is a little lackluster and a little low. And they're wanting you to jump up, take their hands, go dancing. Now I'm seeing them doing a conga dance with you. You're doing the conga dance with your angels. That'll get your energy up. So that's what they want to do. They want to shift you into that lighthearted, optimistic, hopeful energy, and then see what happens. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff lined up at the door. And it's like pushing against the door to get in, Linda. But you're in that lower misaligned energy and it can't come in. So jump up, dance with the angels, and then the door will open and you can see those things that have been waiting to get in. Then you get to choose what you want to do about it. So that's for you. That's pretty cool. You are welcome, Michaela. Craig, Clara is Clara Bow. Yeah, I know who she is. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's fabulous. And let's ask this question. So did Craig have a past life with a soul known as Clara Bow? No. Okay. Are they related in any way? Yeah, you are somehow related to her. If you were to do a genealogy, you would find a connection to her. Of course, having said that, if you go deep enough, you can find connections to practically anybody. But I think there's something closer than that. So yeah, I don't know if you're into that kind of thing, but it would be really cool to explore and see how you might have been related to her. But that is super awesome. I don't know if you're a writer, Craig, but it would be really cool to channel messages from her and write about it, share that with people, because there are lots of people who still know and remember her and would find it interesting. Okay, Jolene, you appreciate that. You'll let me know when things have been very tight for a long time. Asking for the most benevolent outcome for Maui, was raised in Hawaii and now you live in Texas. Yeah. We'll just keep sending all that energy, but don't forget, in case you weren't here earlier to hear it, the energy I'm getting about Maui is that, yeah, that was devastation, but it's not death. It's opening the door for rebirth. And just as Eileen was talking about, the banyan tree is not dead. Oh my gosh, what more of a sign do we need that it's rebirth? Sometimes the old has to burn away to make way for the new. So it's a new day, a new chapter for Maui, and those souls who departed were ready to go. So it's all in divine alignment. And we can be excited, happy, sending them love and light, just lifting them up. And that's perfect. Hey, Melinda, so glad you could jump on. Gwen, you're welcome. Great to hear you've been patiently waiting and you'll ask your guides to expedite for your sister. That is so awesome. Let us know how that goes, Gwen. Oh, Joy, you liked Maggie's message from God. Yeah. God says that all the time. I can't tell you how many times that message has come through for people constantly. And early on, it came through for me because I had really bad self-esteem. You know, it was like I was in the basement and everybody else was walking over me. And through the work, connecting with the angels, feeling that love and finally seeing myself through the eyes of God, it's like, oh, wow, you know, I'm not going to argue with you. If you say that, I'm going to believe it and I'm going to do my best to internalize it. And over time, all of that love that they're pouring out for you guys through me transformed. And it was like my heart chakra just opened up like this beautiful peony. It just sprang forth and changed me. I'm not the same person I was, and you won't be either. Let that love come through for yourself because it's coming from your angels. It's coming from God. It's coming from so many people who love you. They're not wrong. You are amazing. You deserve to be loved, and you deserve to be loved by yourself. So let that come in. It'll take time, and that's okay, step by step, but just let it come in and envelop you, lift you up. Saida, you lost the connection while I was answering the question. That's okay. It's on the video. So just go back. If you remember what time it was on the video, you can go right to that spot. I will be going through later and putting in timestamps. So, you know, if you can't find it, it'll come up in the timestamp. And the answer will be there waiting for you. That's the great thing about having the video. So Nancy, we did your question. Ashika, you're welcome. Your left shoulder, is your left shoulder, it's okay. It's been hurting recently, causing a little panic. You're working out and strengthening it. Working out and strengthening it helps. So for Ashika, left shoulder. Okay, left shoulder. What is the left shoulder pain about? Is it a physical issue? No, it's not. It's something spiritual. Left shoulder. Huh. Is that the angels trying to get our attention? Okay. So what I'm seeing is your angels are like grabbing your shoulder and pulling you, trying to get your attention. They've been working really hard to get through to you. And they weren't intending to hurt you, but you're resisting, you're pulling back the other way, and that's causing the tension. So as much as possible, do the breathe, relax, allow exercise, try some meditation, do the connecting with guides meditation so that you can hear what they want to say to you. Once you open that door and you start connecting with them, they won't be needing to pull on your shoulder and it will feel better. Meanwhile, just treat it kindly, you know, maybe hot or cold packs, whatever feels better, and anti-inflammatories. So, you know, whatever kind of anti-inflammatories you use would be good to ease that up. And then once you stop resisting against them, it'll start feeling better too. Thank you for the like buttons, Kelly. I appreciate that. Oh, and thank you for the heads up on the top of the hour, Debbie. That really helps. Yeah, we're way past when I thought we'd be done, but that's okay. We're almost there. Becky, thanks for the reading. The song doesn't have any meaning, but you've been struggling with anxiety from outside influences, so it resonates. Okay. Yeah. So, but go ahead and do the exercise, do the Wikipedia, do the lyrics, and maybe it won't hit you right now, but it might hit you later. So just be open to that possibility because they never do those things carelessly. they're always very purposeful. They're chosen for a specific reason, and it's up to us to do the sleuthing to figure out what it really means. So there's a bigger message for you to get there. You're welcome, Sandra. Welcome, Catherine. It felt good to know the guides are positive. You needed that. Yeah, always. Always love and light. Never anything less than that from them. Oh, and Debbie, you're sharing with C'est La Vie that you had to walk away from your siblings. It was the right decision, but not easy. Yeah, that's always the case because we have all of those ties to them. And maybe you even have to do some kind of a spiritual ritual where you cut the cords. That might help you as well. So there's lots of things you can do. But, you know, if you need help, just keep coming back and asking. That's why we're all here together. Marby, hey, what do your guides want you to know? So for Marby, what do you want to share today? I get this song a lot, so you're getting it today, Marby. Gray skies are gonna clear up, put on a happy face, and spread sunshine all over the world. When I hear it, I always hear Judy Garland singing it. So for context, Marby. So that is about you just letting the cares of the world flow away. Be happy just to be alive, that you have fresh water to drink, a roof over your head, air to breathe. And take it from there and keep adding all those things that you're grateful for. Let that expand until your heart is bursting with love and joy. Then you'll be on the frequency where you can easily connect with your angels. So let that be your stair step to the angels, that energy of putting on the happy face, getting into it, and then spread that sunshine all over the world. Share it wherever you feel led to share it because the world needs it. And your sunshine is unique and perfect for you. Nobody else is spreading it like you are. So if you're not out there doing it, that's missing from the world. And we need that. So thank you for stepping up and sharing your sunshine. We all appreciate it. So hopefully that makes sense and helps. Starlight, thank you. Sending healing, love, light, and hugs. Appreciate the time and kindness. You are welcome. Joy, you're so welcome. Linda, you're so welcome. Debbie, an interesting experience happened after the Zoom reading. The right side of your lower back and hip hurt, and now it's fine. That's weird. So something that was processing after you got your message apparently caused that discomfort and then processed away. There must have been some stuck energy there that message released for you, which is so beautiful. Thanks for sharing that, Debbie. That is so wonderful. Espy, you asked your name in your records and you got Nostradamus. You ended up in a study with big windows that showed the night sky. You saw a man there and you asked, was it Nostradamus? He said, I am he and you are me. Oh, that is really cool. Well, let's just ask the question. So for Espy, is Espy the reincarnation of Nostradamus? Oh, I get a no on that, Espy, but you were there. So was he a student? Yeah. Apprentice. You were an apprentice to Nostradamus. So in that way, the I am he and whatever you said, in truth, that is actual because you were continuing the work sharing. So yeah, it was overlapping the two of you. That is really cool. So I don't know if that gives you any extra insight into his writings, but you know, if you feel led to dive into that and share it with the world, that would be really cool. So think about what you want to do about that knowledge and that connection. Also, when you go into meditation, you can call him forward. You can have conversations. And again, that connecting with guides meditation will help you get there if you're not able to do it by yourself. So yeah, I would encourage you to explore that and see what comes of it, because he had a lot more to share with us. You are so welcome, Espy. Saida, you're welcome. Ishika, you're welcome. Oh, you're so welcome, Marby. And Linda, Thank you. Okay, we're at the end. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you guys for being here. Let's just take a minute to close down the energy and say thank you, and then we will sign off. So deep breath, everybody. Just let all this unpleasant stuff and distractions go. Let's just focus in on this love, this light energy, like a ball of sunshine that you're holding in your hands, and it's crackling and it's warm and it's glowing. Yeah. So what is that about? Why are we seeing the sunshine? To light us all up, to warm us up, and to connect us, because we can all metaphorically hold that sun in our hands and everything that goes with that. Oh, thank you. That was beautiful. So thank you, each and every one of you here today, for being here, and those who will watch afterwards. Thank you for taking the time to watch, for allowing the angels and guides to bless you, to bring you this love and light, to being open to that expansion that the world needs right now. And we ask you, please share, get more light workers on board with us so that we can move into Earthtopia sooner. We deserve it. We're ready for it. So we just need enough of us on board to get us there. To all of our teams, thank you from the bottoms of our heart for being here, for lending your energy, your wisdom, your love, your light, your healing, especially the healing that you offered today. It was so beautiful. And the silly songs, yes, we'll say thanks for those too. So thank you. We are so grateful, and thank you to all of you. I will see you all. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, Clara sends thanks too. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Craig, for sharing that. So for all of you, I will see you on the next one, and that will be the first Monday in September, the Metaphysical Chat, where we gather at 7 p.m. on that Monday night. That's 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll just see what kind of wonderful insights they have for us. Don't forget, I mentioned early on, in case you missed it, and I'll post the link in the comments so you can get it. So that'll be up there a little bit later. When I was on the Aquarian Diary YouTube channel, at the end of our part 2 conversation, John asked me if there was a sneak peek about August. And I got that visual of like, boom, boom, like bombs going off in the air that then kind of morphed into fireworks. And of course, I didn't know what it meant other than, some things were going to be popping in August, and it was political, that would affect the US and would also ripple into the rest of the world. And so this morning I got that, those were the indictments, of course. And then I got the picture again. There were either 4 or 5 of them. So we might have another indictment coming. But that's what it represented. And yeah, it was a bombshell for some people, but it was a celebration firework for other people. So it was both in one. And that's why it morphed that way. So mind-boggling, right? The things that they share and the way they find a way of doing it. But that's on there. So if you want to get that full conversation, it's at the end of part 2. So like I said, I'll put the link up for you. It'll be there a little bit later. So thank you all for being here again. Much love. Mwah. Okay, now I got to find my end button. Almost there.